Hello, hello. Welcome to our live today. Welcome. It's so nice to see everyone again. Let me know where you are joining us from. I am in Houston, Texas. I am in very hot and humid Houston, Texas. Let me know in the comments where you are joining us today. Today is Thursday. It's almost the weekend. You guys know how much I love the weekend. It's almost the weekend today, and so we're almost there. We are almost there. I'm just gonna wait a few minutes to give people more time to join because sometimes it takes YouTube a few minutes to send out notifications, let people know that we are live. So I'm gonna give a few minutes for people to join. Hello, welcome. Welcome to our live today. It's nice to see everyone again. I'm so sorry for last week. Hello. Is that Oh Purple Dove? Good evening. It's nice to see everyone again. I'm so sorry I was not able to connect. It's been, I think, a few days. I missed 3 connections just because I haven't been feeling well. My health is not so great sometimes. I have good days, bad days, and I've been having a few bad days. But today is not a bad day. Today is not a bad day. I feel much better. Good evening from Boston. Hello. Hi, Jen. Boston. That is a place that I would really like to see. I would like to visit Boston one of these days, but not during the winter time. Not during the winter, because I think it's going to be way too cold for me. I think it'll be way too cold for me, but I would love to see Boston. All right. Okay, and also something that I have to say because it happens sometimes and I'm not sure why. Sometimes I get disconnected from the live and I don't know why. I've already checked and YouTube says it's okay on their side and my phone is fine and my internet connection is. So I don't know why I get kicked out sometimes. Hello from San Antonio. Hi, San Antonio. Hello. Where are you located? I am in Houston. I'm in Houston, Texas. Hello. So I was saying, and it just happened, I don't know how you experience it on your side, but here on my side, I get kicked out of the platform and then I have to come right back. The good thing is I get a link. YouTube sends me a link to reconnect to this live. So that's the good part of it, the good thing, but I don't know why I get disconnected. So if that happens during our live, we will be here. We've got another 25 minutes. If that happens during our live, please know that I will reconnect. I will come back. All right. Washington State. Okay. I'm going to have to look at it. I'm so sorry, Purple Dove, but unfortunately, I'm not aware of what happened. Uh, I, have been, I've been not well, so I'm not aware of what's happening in Washington State. I'm so sorry, but I will look it up after our live. So, okay, let's begin. We've got another 25 minutes here together. Let's begin. So today we're going to talk about, and if you see me looking to the side here, it's because my computer is right here and I have all my notes right here for our conversation today. Feel free to participate as much as you would like to. Yeah, so what are we talking about today? We're talking about what's one work expense that people usually forget to budget for. That's our conversation today. What is one or two, as many as you can come up with, really, as many as you can come up with, but work expense that people usually forget to budget for? I think one common one, easy one, just to kind of think about, just on top of my head, like this. Is it on top of my head? No, it's at the top of my head. I don't know what the expression is. Off the top of my head. Is that the expression? English. I think that's what the expression is. But yeah, I'm gonna say gas for the car. Like if you're driving, and I think about it because I live in Houston, Texas. Texas is huge. The distances here are just, yeah, it's crazy how big. And so because Texas is pretty big, like I drive to work. I have to drive to work, and my drive is an hour. It is exactly 55 minutes, exactly 55 minutes. In the morning, when there isn't a lot of traffic, it is a 55 minutes. But in the evening, when I come home, it's past 5, and it takes a lot longer. I would say maybe an hour and 10 minutes. So I do drive quite a lot um, to and from work. And so, of course, you budget, you kind of think about it. Like it's not like I didn't budget for it. I mean, I kind of thought about it like, okay, I'm going to need, yeah, I'm gonna need to put gas in my car, right? I'm gonna need to put gas in my car in order to go to work. But having to drive about 2 hours and 15 minutes a day, 5 days a week, that is a lot more money than I ever budgeted for, especially with the price of gas right now, especially with what it costs right now. But one work related expense that people usually forget to budget for. And we're talking specifically about work related. It's got to be a work related expense that we don't necessarily think about when we say yes to the job. And then we are on the job and realize that this is actually costing us. It's actually costing us quite a lot. It actually is. So, what would that be for you? What would that be for you? Home maintenance and pet care. Yes, home maintenance and pet care, they are, um, they do take quite a lot. But here we're talking specifically about work related expenses, lunch and baby showers. Hold on. Lunch and baby showers, okay? Sorry, I'm a little bit. Lunch and baby showers. Yes, definitely. Sorry. I was reading the screen. I was reading the screen and got this, and I couldn't see. Okay, lunch and baby showers. Yes, yes. I always try to prep my lunch. I always try to prep my lunch because, see, we don't have a vending machine, and I'm not saying that I am pro vending machines. I'm not saying I am pro vending machines, but we don't have a vending machine at my work. So you actually have to either get your food. If you don't bring your own food, you have to rely on Uber Eats, or you have to order, you have to order food, or you have to actually go to a restaurant and buy food. And that's quite a lot. Yes, lunch is quite a lot. I work in healthcare. Lots of baby showers. Yes, definitely. Definitely. That's Shaka Cooper. She says, I work in healthcare, lots of baby showers. Yes. Yes, I do. I work in healthcare too. And somebody is always celebrating something. I feel like where I work, somebody is always celebrating something. And I'm not saying that it's bad. I think it's great. I think it's great. But eventually it does affect the wallet, right? Eventually, because it's like a card here, and then another card, and then another card, and then a gift card. And sometimes even if it's just $5, but it's so many $5. Like it's $5 today, it's $5 next week, it's $5 the week after that, and then it's $10, and it's just quite a lot. It's just quite a lot. Baby showers, definitely, definitely. So what else do you think about? What else? What else? What else is a work-related expense that we don't always think about, but they do happen, right? They do happen. I'm so sorry again one more time if we get disconnected. I'm gonna come right back. I just really hate that that keeps happening, and I don't know why. I don't know why it keeps happening. But can you, if you don't mind, can you tell me how um, what happened on your side? For those who are connected right now, if you don't mind, can you tell me what happened on your side when I get disconnected? Do you also get kicked out of the platform? Because I do. I do. I get kicked out and then I have to come back. Is that what happens on your side as well? Let me know. Because I want to make sure that you guys have a good experience when you connect. But for me, it's a bit frustrating. Like right now, we've been on for 13 minutes and I have been disconnected already 4 times. I have had to come back to this live 4 times already. And I'm just wondering if you experience it the same way. You haven't disconnected? Okay. Thank you. Okay, you have not. All right, thank you. Oh, and this shirt here, this shirt here, I wasn't sure if I should wear it today or not. I am not, this is not some kind of advertisement, please, it's not. And we know the World Cup is over. If you watch the soccer World Cup, it's over. It's just I bought it. I bought it at Walgreens a couple of weeks ago. So during the World Cup, it was $15. It was $15 during the World Cup. And then a couple of weeks ago, after the World Cup, it was $1. It was $1 at Walgreens, and so I bought it. And so I bought it. Thank you. Okay, XYS Essential. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I don't know how to read your username, but I see essential in the world. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But I was wondering today if I should wear it or not, but I decided to still wear it. I had a good time during the World Cup, just the excitement of it all. It's always great for me. I'm buffering until you come back. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Thank you so much, Sunspots. Okay, that's good to know. Well, I really want you guys to have a better experience. I'm gonna keep working on it, try to figure out what's going on during the lives. But we are talking about work expenses that we usually forget to budget. So we have the job, we said yes to the job, but we didn't think about that specific expense. And now that we have the job, we're thinking, okay, this is expensive. This is costing me a lot. So what is one expense? What is one work-related expense that people tend to forget to budget for? And we talked about lunch. Definitely, lunch is a big thing. If you don't bring your own lunch, then you got to buy lunch every day, and that's maybe what, $15, $20 every day. So lunch is a thing. We also talked about baby showers, right? Baby showers, that's a big thing, right? And I was thinking, I said gas for transportation for the car, right? Especially with what it costs now. It's quite expensive now. And if you're commuting a lot, that can be quite a lot of money out of your pocket. And what else? And if I'm looking to the side, it's because I have my list here. I made a list. It has a few things here that I wanted to discuss. So I work in healthcare, and in healthcare we wear scrubs, right? We wear scrubs, and they can be quite expensive. Like I remember the time when it wasn't so expensive, and I also remember that when I started working in healthcare, the hospital would actually pay, right? The hospital would pay for one uniform. So the hospital will pay for one uniform back when I started working in healthcare. But these days, they don't pay for anything anymore, right? These days, they don't pay for anything anymore. But scrubs have become quite expensive. They have become quite expensive, even though it's it's the same, it's a uniform. It's a uniform. And you would think that because it's a uniform, it's gonna be cheaper, but not necessarily. It's not. Scrubs have become quite expensive. So that is one work-related expense that I later find out that, okay, okay, I have to budget for that as well. I have to budget for that as well. And at first I used to actually, buy the scrubs because I don't know why. I don't know why. I just thought, well, I'm just gonna buy them. But these days, I just go to the thrift store. I just go to the thrift store. They have, I can find good quality scrubs at the thrift store. I can. So I just go to the thrift store, and sometimes even Walmart has good options. Jen, hi Jen. It's nice to see you. Welcome back. Okay, Jen says parking. Oh, at Boston Hospitals. Oh my God, work in healthcare. Jen also works in healthcare. Yes, and she says parking. That is true. That is very true. Parking is so expensive. Oh my God, especially if you are like in a medical center. Man, if you are in the medical center, so here in Houston, at the medical center here in Houston, like I have paid, in some places, I have paid $25. I have paid up to $40 for parking. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right, Jen. $30 a day. That sounds about right. Yes. I think one hospital here in Houston charged me $40. Yeah, but yes, $30 is about right. Anywhere between 25 to $40 a day. That is yes. And that's something that we don't always think about, right? When we say yes to the job. When we say yes to the job, we don't always think about it. We don't always think about it. Now, I try to be a lot smarter about it when I haven't for a while, but last year in 2025, I had two jobs and I would pick up a shift from time to time. And one time I got hit with that $40 parking spot, and then after that I just thought, you know what, you need to think about it. Like when you accept an assignment, when you accept a job, like one of the things that I always ask is, I ask myself is, where is it? Where in the city is it? Because if it's downtown Houston, or if it's in the medical center in Houston, it's so difficult to park there. It's so difficult to park, and then it's so expensive to park. So yes, parking is a big thing. Parking is a big thing, especially at hospitals. Especially at hospitals. I think we have quite a few people here who work in healthcare. We have quite a few people connected today who work in healthcare. Let me know if you don't mind. Let us know like what field you're in. Let us know what field you're in. But we do have quite a few people here who work in healthcare. And yes, paying for parking at hospitals, that's a huge budget. That's a huge budget. And also in the healthcare system, we're always celebrating someone, right? We're always celebrating something, right? So that's yeah, definitely. Hi, Jen. She's an RN. Jen is a nurse. Jen is a nurse. Yep. Yeah. Very good. Okay. What else? What else? We talked about work clothes, right? Work clothes. If you're expected to dress a certain way. There. And Shaka is an LPN. Okay. Okay. Very good. Well, you guys know. You guys know. Then you know. You know, scrubs are expensive. You know, parking is expensive for sure. For sure. Right. And there's always a gift card to be bought. A there's always a card to sign. There's always now you guys who are the nurses and the LPNs, because this is my experience here in Houston, right? Every time there's something to celebrate, every time management wants to celebrate, something, they always buy pizza. It's always the same cheap pizza that they buy. Is that the same for you as well? Is it the same for you on your side? Oh, I kind of hate those pizzas. I do. I do. It's like, can we get something else? Like, we work in healthcare. Can we get something else? No, no more pizza, please. No more pizza. Well, yes, it's always the pizza. Okay, very good. Yes, it is always the pizza. Very good. So expenses, work-related expenses that we sometimes forget to budget for when we say yes to the job. We have work clothes, parking. What else did we talk about today? We talked about lunches, all the lunches, right? We talked about commuting, so having to pay for gas, and it's expensive these days. It's very expensive these days. What about, and depending on the field that you work in, what about, I'm it's not like a money so much related expense, but I feel to me that it's also an expense, and I would like to kind of have your opinion about it. What about mental health? To me, it's an expense. It's not financial. Well, it could be. It could be. It could turn into a financial expense. But what about mental health? And I have it at the end of my list because I wasn't sure that, I don't know if that qualifies as an expense. I think it does. But guys, let me know. What do you guys think? Is mental health is an expense? Is mental health an expense that we sometimes forget to take into account when we say yes to a job? What do you think? I want to say yes, especially working in the healthcare field. It's it's crazy. It's a crazy field to be in. It's a very difficult, it's a very stressful, it's a very mentally taxing field to be in. And I consider it as an expense also, that when I was in college, I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it. I didn't think about the impact, that the emotional impact, the mental impact that the job I wanted was going to have on me. And to me, in a way, that's also an expense. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know. And I also, sometimes see that in my case, for example, because, the work is so stressful, then there are so many days, especially like on Fridays. I'm like, thank God it's Friday, and I deserve this treat, right? I deserve to buy this thing for myself, it's great. I'm not saying it's not great, but I'm saying that when that, at least in my case, when that I deserve is every week, or when that I deserve comes, at every paycheck, it's an extra expense that usually wasn't planned for. It's an expense that I didn't budget for. The stress of the work puts me in a situation where whenever I get paid, or whenever it's the end of the week, I feel like, it was such a hard week. I deserve to, you know, buy this for myself. I deserve this. I deserve this specific treatment. for myself. And even though that wasn't part of the budget, but then every Friday, I'm telling myself that I deserve this. And every Friday, I'm spending on something that wasn't planned. So I would say that that's also an extra expense. That's also an extra expense. That is also an extra expense. Now, also depending on the field that you are in, maybe professional development. I had that professional development. I where I work, it is usually paid for, but I know it's not the case for everyone. I know it's not the case for everyone, but usually where I work, if we need a certification, if we need anything like that, it's going to be paid for by the employer. But I do understand that it's not the case for everyone. I've been in healthcare 20 plus years. I try not to emotionally spend now. Yeah, I have teenagers at home. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Shaka, she says, I've been in healthcare for 20 plus years and I try not to emotional spend now. Okay, yeah, that's wonderful. I really think that's great. I really think that's great. That's something that I'm still working on. It's something that I'm still working on, which is like, you know, don't invest yourself so much emotionally into into what's happening at work, into, just do your best. Like, it's very hard. It's very hard for me. But Shaka says she's been in healthcare for over 20 years. I have not been in healthcare that long. So it's very difficult for me to come home and put work aside and be like, okay, I'm at home now. Let's focus on home now. I do tend to bring whatever happened at work, whatever mood it put me in, I do tend to bring it home. I do. And I think about it, and I think about my patients, and I think about how they're doing, and especially when it's not going great. When it's not doing great, I think about how they're going to be tomorrow, and it is emotionally taxing. Yeah, Shaka says it's hard to treat yourself when you have kids, but you should treat yourself. Yeah, yeah, I do agree. I don't have kids. I do not have kids. I have many people that I take care of. I have many people that I help, take care of. But children of my own, I don't have children of my own. And I always say, my parents, it's 14 of us. It's 14 of us. I have 13 siblings. And I always say, I think that I've taken care of enough children. Among the oldest. And I was like, I think I've taken care of enough children. And I am still taking care of some of them, and their kids. And it's just, like, oh God. No, I think I have already, you know, bought enough diapers and milk and sent enough people to college. Well, that's another discussion for another time. But you do have to treat yourself. Yes, Shaka said you do have to treat yourself. I think so. I think so from time to time. Yeah, that is all of us. It is a big family. I do. I have a big family. I have a big family. Do you have a big family? You guys that are here, do you guys have a big family? If you don't mind telling us how many siblings you have, or if you grew up in a big family. I did. I always did. At some point in our house, there were 18 of us for a while, 2 adults and 16 children. And my and it's 14 of us. It is 14 of us. So I always 4 children. Jen has 4 children. Okay. Okay, yeah, yeah. And did you, Jen, did you grow up in a big family? You have four children, but did you grow up in a big family yourself? Chaka, I am much younger than my two older sister. Yeah, yeah. I was always lonely. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, yeah. That's something that I cannot relate. That is something that I definitely cannot relate. I yeah. When I was a kid, it was fun to I was never looking for people to play with because there were so many of us in the house, and we were all little, kind of like the stairs. We just kind of in age we just kind of followed each other like the stairs. So there was always someone who was about your age, and it was fun. It was fun, but there was somebody at my door. I don't know. I'm not expecting anyone, so I'm not gonna pay attention to that. Shaka says, I have two boys, almost ready for college. Wow. Okay. And Jen says, no, small family, only one sibling. Okay. All right. And Shaka has two boys going to college. Well, that's a big step, right? That's gonna be a big step. Are you excited about it, Shaka Cooper? Are you excited about them going to college? Are you? My parents were scared when I went to college. Yeah, they were. They were. Because I think it's because I was quite shy and kind of always in my corner. And I just kind of was scared about how it was going to be for me being on campus and not having my family around. So I know they were nervous for them. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, maybe that's the correct word. Yes, that my parents were nervous, not maybe not scared, but probably nervous. Yes. I hope they do just fine. I hope so. Okay. Exactly. I want them to be ready. Yeah, definitely. Definitely being ready for college. Oh, wow. And then Jen says she had a small family and only one sibling. Only one. And so, Jen, did you want to have more siblings? Did you want to have more siblings? Or you were fine with one? You were fine with one? Because some people are. Some people are fine with one sibling, you know? Some people are. Well, I hope they're going to be just fine. I hope they're going to be just fine. Okay. This is going to be the end of our lives. The end of our lives. It's going to be the end of our life today. It's going to be the end of our life today. I'm going to try to practice my English a little bit more. And if you don't know, I am actually a French speaker. I am a French speaker. And you know what this has made me realize is that I think I speak English. I've been speaking English for 20 years now. I learned English a long time ago, you know. But I realized that going live like this is really not, it's really not my forte. It's like so hard for me. I'm gonna have to improve. I'm gonna have to improve. I'm gonna have to improve. Good night. Thank you, Chaka. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys, for joining today. Thank you so much. And if you are watching this after the live, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, thank you for subscribing. And at Essential, thank you so much for your gift. I saw your gift. Thank you so much. And if you haven't subscribed, guys, go ahead and subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow. There's another live tomorrow at 7 p.m. If you can join, go ahead and join us. If you cannot, that's fine. And I will make sure that the live is posted so that you can watch today's live and you can also watch tomorrow's live. I have a video up I have a video that went up about maybe 2 hours ago, 2 hours ago. So if you go to my channel and you will see the video there, let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you think about it. Thanks for the chat. Thank you, Jen. Thank you so much, guys, for coming.